Good morning, students. We are going to start a new chapter in physics today, that will be motion. Students, it's a very common experience that every day we find objects moving, but different objects moves in a different way. We can find the birds flying in the sky. We can also see the mosquito moving around, the flies moving around, bus moving on the road, then train moving. We also walk on the road. Okay, aeroplane flies in the sky. All these are the examples of motion. At the same time, we also find objects remaining at rest. If you see all the benches and tables, they are at rest. When the fan is not on, we say the fan is at rest. Now question comes, how will you define motion and rest? So coming to the rest first, a body is said to be at rest if it does not change its position with respect to its surroundings with time. So this is how we can define rest. A body is said to be at rest if it does not change its position with respect to its surroundings with time. You can see in this case the object does not change its position with time and also with respect to its surroundings. If suppose you are sitting in the bus, then you are not changing its position or your position with respect to another passenger sitting nearby. So this is an example of rest where the position of an object does not change with time with respect to its surroundings. On the other hand, motion we can change. A body is said to be in motion if it changes its position. So if a body changes its position continuously with respect to its surroundings with time, then it is called a body in motion. We can take the same example of a passenger sitting in a moving train. So for a person, if he looks outside, he may find himself in motion with respect to the outsiders, or with respect to another person or another thing which are outside the train. So a person who was at rest with respect to another person sitting inside the train is now in motion with respect to another person outside the train. Motion, we define it as a body which changes its position with respect to its surroundings with time. So let us come into more detail about motion. We know that different objects move in a different way. So based on this moving, we can have motion of different types. So let us now come to types of motion. Types of motion. And first type of motion can be translatory motion. Translatory motion. So it is a motion in which an object, not an object, the whole part of a body of an object moves at the same distance, and it also changes its position. So when all the parts of the body changes its position and covers equal distance, then that motion is called translatory motion. Now, based upon the object moving in a straight line or in a curved line, translatory motion can be of two types. So first type can be the rectilinear motion, where the object moves in a straight line, and curvilinear motion, where the object moves in a curved line or in a circular path. So if a bus or a car moves in a straight line, that is an example of the first type of translatory motion, which is called rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion. Whereas number B, when a body moves in a curved line or in a circular path, like when a car moves along a circular path, then that kind of example can be a circular motion or curvilinear motion. Curvilinear motion. So in these two types of motion, one thing is common, that whole part of the body moves or covers equal distance, and the position is also moved equally. So we have the first type of motion, that is translatory motion. Coming to second type, which is rotatory motion. And this is the type of motion in which a body moves about a fixed position without changing its position. So in this motion we find a body moving about a fixed point without changing its position. We have again some examples like a fan. When the fan is on, we can see the fan start moving about a fixed point. You might have seen a long rod at the center, so that can be the axis. So about that axis, the blades of the fan moves, which is an example of rotatory motion. Another example can be the spinning of a top. The nail of the top, when it is landed on the ground, then the nail acts as the axis of rotation, and the whole part of the top rotates about that point. So another example of rotatory motion. I hope it is clear. We have another type of motion, which is circular motion. So coming to the third type, which is circular motion. Where the body moves in a curved path, in a circular path, by changing itself, by changing its position. So in this case, you find the position of the object does not change, though it also moves in a circular path. But in circular motion, we find the object changes its position continuously. which is an example of circular motion. A car moving in a straight line and in a circular path can be the example of circular motion. So we will be now stopping here. We'll come to some other types of motion. Till then, thank you.